On B, I love this sport. I can be chillin' on a regular little Tuesday, Wednesday night, and all of a sudden get earth-shattering news. Easily the biggest thing that bald man announced was Ilya moving up the lightweight and vacating his belt in doing so. They told us, warned us what he was on, but we ain't believe it. I don't know, dawg. I don't think a lot of people are as shocked about this as they should be. This I do believe is a monumental move. Brother, it changes everything. A young champion who literally only had the belt for a year. One title defense. Got him some cool little options at 145. Straight gave up his belt. And nobody cares. Hey, fool. Would it have been cool to see Ilya defend his throne? Be a traditional champion. Fight and knock off the contenders. Diego Lopez. Movsar Evloev. Indubitably. Sure. But be honest with me though, bro. Do you really care that he didn't? Cause personally, I'd 100,000% rather see him fight Islam or Charles, really any of 155's elite. I can't wait to see it too, cuz really over his whole UFC tenure, but specifically over the past year and a half-ish, 2 years, it's been all about throwing them hands for Ilya, which is great. I love the boxing, but I think up at lightweight we'll get to see so much more of his complete game, a lot like Figgy at bantamweight. A lot of them lightweight boys gonna try their hands at the wrestling and grappling in an attempt not to get nuked on the feet. Honestly speaking, I think he do horrendous things to everybody up there. Except Islam, obviously, Dustin, and maybe Charles. You got some people that think Ilya should fight a higher ranked contender before fighting Islam. And I get that. Makes a lot of sense. Will prove Ilya truly worthy at 155. And a win over a Charles or Arman would add incredible fuel and hype to the super fight that already is Islam versus Ilya. That's cute. But if I'm the one running this organization, I'm setting up that fight right now. I don't care about all that other stuff. What's next for Islam at the moment is already murky as it is. And the opportunity for maybe the best, most high-level fight possible in this sport is on the table, fool. You just gotta do it. This move from Ilya is as high risk, high reward as it get. If everything go right, in any order, if he beat Islam, and maybe Arman and or Charles, no lie, I'm calling him the greatest of all time. That would be absurd. But on the flip, there is a good chance that he come up short in this bid for absolute greatness. But nonetheless, it is a move that, even though it ain't in the ways of an old school UFC champion, I absolutely respect. Again, as mentioned, this move is seismic, because it also affects 145 in a big way. Volk gets a great shot at becoming a 2-time champion, as he'll fight Diego Lopez for the vacant belt. I think Volk has a much better shot at beating Diego as opposed to Ilya. I honestly favor him to do so because I think he's astronomically better almost everywhere. The jab alone, specifically, should do wonders in neutralizing a good bit of Diego's game. But the fear of Diego Lopez early should be there. He's a big, explosive, and powerful youngin' with a lot of momentum behind him. The way he will look to counter Volk's jab and leg kicks with them hooks will be scary. The difference, though, between a Diego and somebody like Ilya is how wild and wide he can get with him. So, if he lands in the first, probably the second too, Alexander Volkanovski genuinely might die. But if not, rounds 3 through 5 might be candy for Volk. We'll see though. Shavkat hurt again still. So, the next title shot go to Jack Della Maddalena. Now deep down, I love this. I love Jack and his style. He a tough guy always looking for the finish too. Not gonna lie though, not sure how I really think he matches up with Belal. And the concern is obviously the wrestling. Look, fool, for as much as I want to come on here and be like, yeah man, Jack's boxing and stand-up overall is incredible. And he won't just let Belal barrel forward without getting tagged. That alone is probably true, but Belal is a whole nother level of wrestler that Jack ain't fought. He was struggling with the wrestling of Gilbert Burns, dog. That ain't the best, most encouraging look. But hey, I'm hoping in this long layoff Jack done had, he can come back once again improved, so he can at least make this fight interesting. Jack Della getting the title shot mean Leon had to get a new opponent. Sean Brady step in and, I don't know. Good fight, no doubt. Could go either way. I like it. Michael Chandler get a much more fitting opponent, as that Arman matchup was genuinely Mephistophelian. Now seeing Paddy Pimblett. Hey, I done been very vocal about the fact that I think Paddy sucks. Now, he did look alright against Bobby Green, I ain't gonna lie. But for now, I'ma still say he sucks. It's cool though, cause Mike sucks too. I think this'll actually turn out to be a decent fight. Patricio Pitbull finally make his way to the UFC at the ripe age of 37, fighting Yair Rodriguez in his debut. Even though he's an absolute geezer, it is cool to finally see him in the UFC. I think Yair beat him though. I think I hit on all the ridiculousness that was Wednesday night. As far as some other things, Carlos Prates versus Jeff Neal. Oh my God. UFC 314 as a whole is just nuts. Nikita Krylov alive too. Good to see. Seen Iowa gets a card early May headlined by Figgy versus Sandhagen. Good God. I was gonna say the next few months, but fool, 2025 as a whole is setting up to be one of the greatest years for the sport ever.